Hi guys, well it's been around a year since we did a PC build, so we thought it would be a good idea to get something together for 2021. And while timing at the moment may not be great for obtaining a GPU and possibly other components, this should still be entertaining. And of course, if you can't get some of this hardware that we're looking at today, then if you're wanting to go down that route of picking up a pre-built system with a similar spec, it gives you an idea of kind of what to expect. And so today's build is pretty much going to be a high-end config using an interesting cocktail of kit. So on the table you can see the basis for this build is going to be the AMD Ryzen 7 5800X. This CPU here is going to be going into the ASUS ROG Crosshair VIII Dark Hero. And we've gone with 32 gig of DDR4, that is the well-known Corsair Vengeance LPX. The speed on that is a whopping 4600 MHz. So you can already see that we're kind of aiming for something which is a bit more subdued and with less RGB. ASUS are also going to be supplying the GPU for this build, which is the RTX 3080 TUF Gaming, and the case and the power supply are coming in there from Be Quiet. And so we've got the Silent Base 802, which all of this kit is going to be going into. We've got the Straight Power 11, which is going to be supplying all the juice. And so once this is all complete, it should be a pretty good looking rig, and it should offer some fantastic performance. Now if you guys are wanting to know the full system spec for this build, all of the components, that is going to be in the description. So let's get building. Okay, well that is the gaming PC complete, and what a great looking configuration it is, the finished product. The entire process was completely hassle-free. Sometimes when you go to build a PC, there can be those little stumbling blocks and those hurdles that you have to overcome. But on this occasion, with this particular configuration here, everything went pretty much to plan without any hitches. The Be Quiet Silent Base 802 is a dream to work with, made even easier with the modular design. The side panels can be detached with a simple press of a button on either side, and they are extremely well padded with that insulation. There are loads of areas to feed in those cables and to keep it all looking nice and tidy, and there's a handy fan hub and controller to manage those fan speeds. Now the basis for this build is the AMD Ryzen 7 5800X, and pairing that up with the ASUS ROG Crosshair VIII Dark Hero creates this perfect combo. The Dark Hero gets the most out of the Ryzen CPU, and it provides a lot of great features. Obviously, PCI Express 4 being one of them. Now most X570s come in with a mandatory cooling fan for the chipset, but this board uses a passive heatsink, so that is obviously going to be much quieter. And it is just loaded with so many great features. The back panel, for example, has 8 USB 3.2 Gen 2 ports, and there are extra features that you would typically get on a flagship ASUS board, like Q-code, voltage checkpoints, and water cooling specific headers for those sensors and tachometers. As you just saw in the gaming benchmarks, we ran those games at 4K Ultra, and in some of them we had the ray tracing also set to Ultra, so quite an extremely intense environment to be operating in. And the TUF Gaming RTX 3080 took the challenge, and it gave us some decent performance. Obviously, if you were to disable that ray tracing, the figures there for Battlefield and Cyberpunk would be substantially greater, and a lot of people actually disable ray tracing anyway. But this is a superb GPU, and I know the subject of GPUs at the moment is a sensitive topic. Hopefully you guys that have been waiting for an RTX 30 series have been able to pick one up. If you do happen to see this TUF model available, then it is definitely worth jumping on. Now Be Quiet also came in with the PSU and the cooler. Both of those components performed very well. The cooler in particular was just so easy to use and to install. It just took a few steps and we were pretty much ready to go. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's build. It's definitely been a very fun one to construct. Let me know what you think of this particular configuration that we've been doing today in the comment section, and of course if you've got any questions, please fire away. The full system spec for the build that we've done is going to be in the description for those interested. So take care guys, and until next time.